Hello?
Hey girl.
You guys will not believe this.
No, I don't want to touch on.
I told you guys I fall in love fast.
The look on your face, you're like, ooh.
Very healthy to have female friendships.
And completely
Yeah, I do want to get married
ghost
again.
me
And I
on
love
this
that.
effing
So finding that
island.
balance
Still
of,
desire
I
to
think
get
hand in
married.
hand
Super
with
like
really
get rid of
having
toxic
sex
Wasn't
people
ever
with
really
someone
in
deep.
pain and part of it.
Welcome back.
It's a three-way call.
With Britt Fallon Star.
Hey ladies.
Hi.
How's your Monday evening?
So
It's
far,
great.
good.
Well, let
Excited
me.
for that.
Me too. And I gotta say, I'm coming straight from a hair appointment. It was
Yes.
6 hours today. So I feel like
Ooh.
it's right on par with what I want to talk to you girls about.
Yeah, let's hear about this.
So I did a story on Instagram and I was just kind of like randomly ranting about how much my maintenance I feel like has been taking lately. I think it's just I try to space it out on my calendar where it's not too bad, but lately I'm just like I feel like I can't come up for air because every day it's something different. It's this appointment, it's that appointment. I mean, even the dentist, the taxes, it's something, you know? And then all these gals kept replying and telling me, like, well, I do my lashes or I do my nails and I do my waxing, all these things. So, Val, when you and I were talking about it, we were like, this might be a good podcast topic because I genuinely am curious what everyone else's maintenance looks like too.
Mm-hmm. I cut my maintenance down, honey. I was like, I just cannot keep up with certain things, or just some things are just so, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, an inconvenience, some
Uh-huh.
things are
Yeah.
so inconvenient. I'm just like, so I try to wait till the last minute or until something's like very needed, versus me just like wanting it.
Yeah, that's actually a great way to go about it. Because I was making my list here. I try to say I'm pretty good with budgeting, but I think when it comes to this stuff, I'm not that great. But like other stuff, yes, like shopping, but when it comes to maintenance, I just kind of do it as I need it. So
Mhm.
I was calculating, who wants to, do you guys want to share like what kind of like maintenance, what does your
Were we
maintenance look
supposed to
like?
calculate?
No, I was just doing
Oh,
mine for
okay.
fun before we jumped on today. So I was like,
Oh,
just
okay. Okay. I was like, wait, I didn't calculate.
no.
What kind of maintenance are we talking about? Just like physical outside maintenance?
Mhm.
Well, yes, because obviously there's also like the inner
Internal.
care and then the mindset, like therapy and things like that. But I think like let's start with physical and go from
Mhm.
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say like my inner care is probably more expensive than my outer care for me personally. I can't tell you the last time I cut my hair. Oh no, I can. I can. It was your birthday last year.
What? No
Yeah.
way.
Now that
There
I
you
think about
go.
it. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I think I got it cut either the day before or that day.
Mhm.
What about so you don't get trims?
No.
Do you trim it
I
yourself?
should. No. I need to go get a trim though,
Oh,
but
well, your
yeah.
hair
So
is so healthy. That's
thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah, that was the last time I should go get trims though, but um so I do that and I get my laser still every 6 weeks, which I am late for because I wanted to tan, which I think is maintenance
Oh,
also. We
yeah, that
count that
goes
as
on the
maintenance.
list. Hmm.
Yeah, then tanning for hours. I'm getting tan too, so I'm like, yay. And I've only gone out 3 times. And what else do I do? I do like my baby Botox. Depending on where, it's 3 to 6 months.
Hmm.
Um, that's all I can think of right now that I do. Well, I
Hmm.
do my like fake lashes. I don't know if this counts because I do them myself, like, but I
Like the
still have to buy them.
strips?
I do Lashify, so they're like little different
That's
strips.
right. You do the single ones.
Yeah, and those are like for one size, you get like I don't remember how many on each thing, but they're $20 each. So I usually spend like $60 every 6 months probably because I don't wear them that often.
Oh,
I
that's
don't think
That's
that's
nice.
too
not bad at
bad.
all. And
Yeah.
how long are they on kind of like the strip falsies for the day or are they longer?
They last 5 to 7 days.
Wow.
That's what I
Okay.
said.
I need to
Hmm. And then
try
if
that.
you take them off and you like take care of them and clean them, like you could clean them in like rubbing alcohol and then like let them dry. You could reuse them. Again,
Hmm.
I will say like depending on how well you take care of them will t depend on like how long you could reuse them for. I say like 2 to 3 times I could get out of them. So that's why I don't really buy them that often and I don't wear them that often. So I'd say that's, but I used to get my eyelashes done.
Same.
And that was a pain in the ass every 2 weeks or less.
Uh-huh. I
No,
mean,
thank
it's
you.
the time and then the expense too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was one of the ones that I was like, this is of all the things I do the most inconvenient because it was the longest and it was pricey for like being so long. And that's why I switched to doing those lashes because I was like, and my natural lashes were like taking a beating from that. So it's
uh-huh.
like, okay, let me just do this myself.
Yeah, exactly. Mine were, I remember, so short when I took off the more like permanent ones, the
Mhm.
lashes. That's crazy. But okay, so you're not, I would say, I mean, if I had to categorize, more like low. I feel like I'm so high when you guys hear this list comparatively. It's like,
I was just
dang.
thinking, like, I was like, I've been on the fence. I was telling Fallon, like, I'm on the fence about putting like the blonde back in my hair. And the thought of it is like, it takes so long. And you're sitting here like, I was just there for 6 hours. I'm like, I'm complaining I was there for 3 hours. Like, I can't. I'm like, do I want to spend 3 hours at the salon getting a piece of my hair colored?
That's interesting that it takes, because I remember your strip was rather small. What's up with three
Well,
hours?
it would be like a cut. So it would be shampoo,
Mm.
cut, color, and then they blow dry it. I think that that's the part that takes the longest is that they just stay blow drying my hair forever. And I'm like,
Yeah, your hair's
I,
long.
I usually am just like, I can do this at home, but I need to also see if you cut my hair correctly. So I try to like stay because you'll know when it's dry and like everything's falling if you need to fix it. But sometimes I'm like, I'm good. I'll blow dry it at home. Yeah, I gotta
Hmm.
go. Or
Mhm.
I'll wash my hair before I get there because I'm like, and like let it be wet. If they're okay with it, then I'm like, okay, because I just don't want to be there for 3 hours.
I know, save a little time. How can I cut back on this time?
But and that's a stupid expense for me. $300+ usually, even
Ah,
just for that little piece.
for the
And
little,
I'm like, it's because my hair is long.
wow. That's wild.
Yeah,
I
my
feel
haircut
like
alone is over $100 because it's long.
wow. Yeah, because for me, I just got because I wanted to cover up my grays. And so my stylist was like, well, let's just dye the whole head. And I was like, okay. And it was like maybe, I mean, but my natural hair, it's thick, but it's it's like shoulder length. And I want to say it was a few $100s. So I can't imagine if you wanted to do your whole head,
That's how
girl.
much mine cost, my whole head. So one strand, no ma'am.
Yeah. I don't
Wow.
know what happened that day, but I was like, like really? Okay. So maybe I need to go
Oy.
somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Price
That's what
compare.
you should pay for your whole head.
Mhm.
What about you, Val? You were saying you cut back on some.
I cut back on a lot of things. The only thing I get done religiously are my nails. That's
Mm-hmm.
literally the only thing that I always get done, um, are my nails. And then I am an eyebrow girl, so I way rather have my eyebrows done than my eyelashes. I've
Mm.
never gotten my eyelashes done. I never will. I think, yeah,
Really?
it's just not for me. And I have like sensitive eyes too, and
Mm.
then a lot of girls I work with have had some kind of allergic reaction and their eyes
Oh.
are swollen shut.
What?
Yeah, like multiple girls. And I'm like, I know that that would just happen to me because I just feel like I'm just sensitive everywhere. And I'm like,
Mm.
that's not for me. So, like, I've literally been scarred from life and eyelashes. And they all get their eyelashes done. So it's like half of them are
Mhm.
telling me that they've had all these allergic reactions, and then their eye, like Whitley was telling me, she's like, my eyes were shut for like 3 days.
Oh my
Yeah, and I couldn't even
God.
open them, and that, and then all the other girls are like, they have to absolutely keep up on the lashes because it's like that's one thing that you can tell. Like if they're
Yes,
getting their lashes
girl.
filled, they look
Mm.
like shit. They're
Well,
just
because if one is short and the next one's
yes.
long, you're like,
And then they're falling out if you have spaces, and then the hairs are like this, like all spaced out. Like that is so like if you are getting your lashes, you absolutely need to keep up on that.
can't
And that
play.
just that's not worth it to me. I'm just like
No.
at least like with my eyebrows, I don't have to always get them done. Like I can let time pass and
Well,
be
what
perfect.
do you do? Waxing, threading? What you
I
do?
do tint and lamination. Mhm.
Oh, so
Yeah.
no waxing, no threading?
No, I don't. So I used to get my eyebrows threaded way back in the day. I used to
Mm.
go to the mall and get them threaded in like the one of the little booths.
Yeah.
That to me was just like, so painful. And then, I would always get them waxed or whatever. Or like if I was going to get my nails done or something, I would just have them like do a wax. I mean, that was years ago too. And then ever since I started getting my eyebrows laminated and tinted, they're not like all for waxing. Like they'll wax the eyebrows, but for me, I have really thin eyebrows naturally.
Yeah.
So I don't get them waxed at all.
Oh,
They
lucky.
might just like
Lucky.
tweeze a few or like I'll tweeze a few, but they're
Mhm.
like, do not touch your eyebrow hair. Like that's how it's been for years.
Good. That's
I'm like way
wonderful.
down here. Yeah, I might pluck or whatever, but yeah, so no waxing. Um, none of that. But
And then with your nails, girl, tell us, what does that time look like for you?
oh my gosh, my nail guy, I love him, but he takes forever. He just likes to talk a lot and he'll get sidetracked. And he's also like the go-to person for everything. So like everyone will go up to him, ask
Oh
him
my.
questions. I need you here. And you know what I mean? So that just comes with, I think he's the best there. So that just comes with
Yeah, you're telling me
that,
that.
I guess. You know what I mean? So he takes forever. And I feel bad even saying forever because one of my girlfriends, she started getting her nails done by a girl that works out of her home, and I kid you not, it takes about 6 hours for her to get just her nails done, and that's not her toes. Last time she went and got
No.
her toes done, and her toes took 4 hours. She was there for 10
Wow.
hours. She was
That's a
texting
no.
me the whole time, like 3 hours into it. Okay, she's done with one hand. Then 3 hours later, okay, now she's done with two.
She
Oh,
needs
I'm
a new girl.
why are you still here? I'm getting my toes done. Okay, 4 hours later, she's like, I'm starving. I'm like, bitch, order Uber Eats. You know what I mean? Like, you're just over there hungry. She's like, I'm about to ask her if I could help her. I'm like, help her. I'm like, I'd be like, what can I do to get me the hell out of here? But that's her own fault because she had already seen her 2 times before that and hadn't done a pedicure. But
Ah,
both sets took 6 hours. And on her third set, because she wants like really intricate nails.
Okay, I was just gonna
And
say, what the heck's going on these
but
nails?
but no, but I'm telling you, the nail set that she wants, like all the other girls have those, and we can recommend a million other people that can do that for you. You know what I mean?
really?
Yes, like
So
I
she
know
must be
a really
saving a
good nail tech.
steal.
Yeah, no. So she even said on her third set that she wanted something super intricate again, but she like made it super basic because she didn't want to be there. All this girl wanted, it was Valentine's Day nails. She just wanted a white French tip with red hearts.
Oh, cute. Okay, simple
All
enough.
she wanted. It still took 6 hours.
She needs a new gal. I'm
Yeah, no.
sorry.
I'm like,
What?
I don't know why
That's
you
insane.
are putting yourself
That is
through.
crazy.
It is crazy. I've never heard anything like it. Like,
Paisley could do her nails.
yeah, I'm like if you want something super intricate, I'm like 2 hours tops, and that's pushing it. That's probably the longest I've ever heard someone take to get their nails done is probably like 2 hours.
Ditto.
My guy takes like an hour and a half.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, which to me is really long. Like I'm used to like getting in and out in an hour. Like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's what it should be like.
Yeah.
Is it like a fill? Are they just doing a fill for you, or is it new set every time?
Well, I just switched like my different kind of nail, so it was a fill, but now I get something called Gel X, and they're like, which I love. They're like super. They're like more like press-on nails, but
Mm.
like very high tech press-on nails.
It's
And
supposed
I
to be
love
better for your fingernails, right?
And they've been lasting me longer than acrylics. I don't chip or break them. They grow out fully, but like they don't look like shit. Like if they weren't grown out, you would think that they were a brand new set. Like they look brand new, and that's
Yeah.
what I love. But
Love.
actually, and I will tell you, this was a major inconvenience that just happened to me last week. I went and got a new set. So with the Gel X, apparently you're supposed to get a new set every time.
Mm.
Mhm.
But he knows that I'm like impatient. So he was like, I'll give you a fill so you get a new set every other time. He's like, I'll make it a fill, but he's like, it's supposed to be a new set every time, but I will give you a fill. I'm like, okay. So this last time I was due for a new set. And so that took like an hour and a half. And then I left. I What day was that? I think I like went and worked out. I was off, and then the next day I had to get up and go to work in the morning, and I it was my ring finger, and I could feel like it's hard to explain, but I could feel like my real nail kind of like sticking out. Like it wasn't
Hmm.
kind of like flush with the back of the nail, if that makes sense. It was kind of like
Yeah.
out. And I'm like, that's weird, and that hasn't happened to me. And then I didn't even do anything. I was like on my drive to work, and I don't first of all, I'm right-handed. This is my left hand, and it's my ring finger. So you don't even really use this finger anyways, you're like using these
Yeah.
more to do things. And the nail was like already coming off, like the entire
Huh.
nail. So you know how I said it was like a press on? So it kind of the whole
Yeah.
thing was like lifted, but it still was kind of a little bit sticky. So I was like sticking it down, and then I had texted him right away. I'm like, yo, my nail just popped off.
Ooh.
And so I had to work with it like that. And then the next day, it was Friday, and I'm so busy on Fridays because I do like my double workouts, I run all my errands, I do all this stuff before I have to go into work. And I told him, I'm like, look, I literally only have time to see you in between my two workouts for an hour, and that's it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, it was after my sculpt class, so I'm just drenched in sweat. So it's like I don't even like going out in public looking like that because I'm just a mess. And so I went there, sat down. He took like 20 minutes to even be able to get to me.
Oh
Mhm.
my
And another
gosh.
like 30 or 40. So I was literally there for an hour, and all they did was replace this nail when I was just
Unbelievable.
there an hour and a half the day before, or I guess.
Ugh, girl, the time.
But that was such an and I'm like, yeah, and I live all the way in Midtown. I had to drive all the way to Old Town. I mean, it was only 20 minutes to Old Town, but still, all the way to
Mm-hmm.
Old Town, sit there, do that, then go all the way back to my workout, then run errands. You know what I mean? So it was
Yes.
such an inconvenience, and and it was just because that nail wasn't on all the way for some reason. So
Dang, boo. But that's like the main thing that you do, and
yeah,
consistently.
that's the
So,
main thing I do
okay.
consistently. And then, yeah, the eyebrows, I do, I don't know, I'd say maybe like 4 times a year. And then
Wow, so yours really lasts.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, they only last for like 3 or 4 weeks, but like I said, like
Okay.
it's not a need. Like I don't have to always have them done. It's more like for my birthday or like when the holiday,
Yeah.
like we have an event or whatever, like I'll make
Okay.
sure they're done those like 4 times. And then I used to get a spray tan every 2 weeks. I stopped that, even though I'm still paying for my spray tan membership. So I haven't gotten a spray tan in probably like almost a year. I used to get them every 2 weeks. So
Hmm.
something for that. But those were annoying because you can't sweat, you can't be in water, you
Ugh.
smell.
It's got a smell to it.
Yeah, so that was a big inconvenience too. And then same thing with my eyebrows. I can't get my eyebrows wet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When you do the
Yeah.
tinting.
Yeah, with the
I forgot
tinting.
about that.
So I can't, yeah, so you can't do that either. So those are like the inconvenient things. And then with my hair, I only get my hair done twice a year. So I only get two haircuts a year. I only get my hair colored twice a year. Um, So, which I'm
Wow.
probably due for that. But like I said, like I'm not so high maintenance where I need to always have these things done. Like obviously, I should have had my eyebrows done months ago. I should have had my hair done probably I probably could have already had my hair done twice by the time, you know what I mean? Should
I
have
think it blends in so beautifully
like,
though.
yeah, that's why I love her, you know what I mean? So it's not like it
Mm-hmm.
have to always have it done.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
perfect.
yeah, that's really it. Just hair, eyebrows, nails, spray tan. Um,
Okay. Which it's been a year.
yeah. And then my
So
um lip filler, I thought I was gonna be always doing that. I've only done lip filler twice and I don't need it again. I don't want it again. So just the two
that's crazy
yeah,
because
the two times were good enough for me.
yeah,
Uh,
you
And then
started
that,
doing yours before me, and I think I've
yeah.
gone 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, like I'm totally, and I was only getting a half syringe, so technically I only needed a full syringe to like get the look that I wanted. So
Yeah.
that I don't need to do anymore. And then my Botox, I was probably getting it done like every 4 to 6 months. And I haven't had my Botox in like 6 months, which I mean, I'm definitely overdue for that. And I can definitely tell. So that's something that I'm gonna probably want to do, but I'm actually trying to do alternative things instead of getting the Botox.
Yeah. Heck
So
yeah.
I'll keep you guys posted on that. More natural
Please
things.
do,
Yeah.
girl. I love a natural approach.
Yes, me too. So
Man, yeah, I'd say you guys are both pretty definitely low for Brit. I'd say
I
medium
say
for
I'm medium. I
Fal.
could be in the medium.
Dang,
I
I'm
want
the
to be
high.
higher, but I choose to not be. But I
Yeah.
could be. Yeah.
And here I am thinking I got rid of, because when I quit bartending, I stopped doing my nails. I stopped doing my lashes. So I was like, okay, those are a couple things that I can save. But as I was making my little list today, I was like, well, first and foremost, my hair is the most expensive
Mm-hmm.
because I buy human hair. So, for instance, this last bundle, I got three, I think 2 or 3 bundles. It was like $300 for that. Plus the install, I'll usually spend 600. So, and that's a 8 to 10 week look, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I only just recently started getting back into my installs though. Before that, I was doing crochet, which is like, or braids, which is way more budget friendly. And you only have to do that however often.
That
But I was,
lasts longer, doesn't it? Like if you got braids.
no, I mean, I only used to leave in my braids for like that 8-ish weeks
Oh,
to maybe 10 if I'm pushing it.
okay.
But I think some girls might leave them in for more, like 12. But it really depends on how fast your hair grows because you don't want the braids hanging on the root because that's what eventually will pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, ooh, well, that's my most expensive thing is my hair always. And then even the maintenance in between when it's natural, I like to get it washed and blow dried out because I sweat so much. And
Mm-hmm.
that is hours out of the day, which my new girls are amazing. And they do move quick, but it's still like, 6 hours for today's install. Well, it probably would have been less if I had actually gone at the right time because I had another client there, but so maybe
Mm-hmm.
like 4 or 5. But gosh, it's hair is wild for me. I do my bikini waxing. That's once a month, although I just bumped it up to once every 5 weeks. I'm trying to push it out.
Okay.
I do, what's on my list? I do my brows, but I do threading now because I used to do the waxing when I was really young, but I do threading and I only do tinting every so often because that's an added
Yeah, I feel like your
thing.
brows are amazing. Like you don't even need lamination or tint. Like, yeah, all you need is a cleanup, and I feel
Yeah.
like
Well, I
they're
like the look. I like that dark look. And so when I'm natural, like I colored them in tonight, but when I'm natural, I'm like, it's a little faded.
okay, so these are colored in. Yeah,
Hmm.
I like the dark eyebrow look too. That's why I get mine tinted too, because I like
Me
the dark
too.
bushy eyebrows.
So I wish that they were even like more full, but because I used
Mhm.
to wax them so much, I'm like, this is as full as they'll get without
I
being
feel like you
crazy.
would love tint and lamination. Yeah, I feel
Hmm.
like you would love that.
Okay, I'll have to try
You'll have to try
lamination.
it one
Well,
time.
adding to the list.
I know. I'm like, well,
You'll have to
speaking
try it
of,
just once and see what you think, but I think you would love it. And you,
It's
yeah, I mean, you don't need it, but even girls who have perfect eyebrows like you do, like it just makes them look like even more perfect if that's possible.
girl, I'm gonna try tinted
Yeah.
lamination. Thanks,
Hmm.
boo. There's okay. What else is on my little list? Obviously, I started adding the lip filler because I was like seeing you gals have really good experiences. So
Hmm.
then I was like, okay, let me try this thing. My cat, go on, kitty, go on. So that's, but I do the full because the last time I went, I've only gone 3 or 4 times, but the last time I went, I was like, oh, I'm gonna save a little and do a half. Never again. Because you
No.
can't even tell. I
Yeah,
was
that's
like, I
the
need the
thing.
full. So I was so mad. It's like, good to know. Didn't only saved $100. But what about skincare products, ladies? Because that's where I feel like I'm a little bit more budget friendly.
Ugh,
Like
my
I'm
skin
a,
is expensive.
oh yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we've talked about you
Yeah.
listeners, you can go back and listen to our skincare
And my
episode.
supplements.
Supplements,
Supplements
yeah.
have been getting out of control. I'm like, damn, dude.
Oh
Like very
man.
expensive.
I put supplements on my list because technically I'm sponsored by Allmax, so I thankfully I'm saving a lot of money per month. But I was like, if I wasn't, that would be a pretty little penny investment.
Yeah.
Ay, ay.
That's why I was like, my inner care is way more expensive than my outer care. I spend way too much on like all the things to just keep up. And I still think it's appearance, right? It's
Hmm.
some has a lot to do with like the physical
Yeah.
appearance is a lot of the internal stuff. So like I have the red light, I have my vibration plate, I have reverse osmosis system for my counter because I live in an apartment. So that I'm drinking that kind of water.
Mm.
I spend all my money on supplements. I do all non-toxic hair care, skin care, all these things, and those are all more expensive. So
Yeah.
all my money goes to that
Yeah.
stuff,
I'd say
know?
that counts, girl. Throw it in the
Yeah, that
list.
counts.
But that only your supplements and skincare stuff that you're constantly having to repay for, right? Because the other
Mm.
stuff you just have bought
Yeah.
that out, so you don't
Yeah,
need.
I don't have to repay for like my reverse osmosis system. Obviously, I need new filters for that every so often, but I'd say it's probably like 8 months or so that I have to buy those. And so yeah, just my hair, skin, um, laundry, and my house care stuff, all that's non-toxic, so I have to buy that. And what else? Yeah, I'd say that those are the more and the supplements.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're op I mean, I don't really buy non-toxic things, but I told you guys before, like I'm slowly switching over into just like I guess better products. How would you explain it, Britt? How I'm like slowly transitioning.
Yeah, you're transitioning to more of a low tox environment, I would
Okay,
say.
all right. But I remember one of the first things I said was, "Dang, this is going to be costly."
Yeah.
Like, let me start with one thing at a time.
Yeah. You have to. You have to start one thing at a time.
Oh man, but there's just so many things. I mean, to go into being a woman, I mean, the inner, the outer, the time, the maintenance, and then we're not even talking about like for those periods when we're in therapy or when we're journaling and just spending the time on our mindset and
Yeah.
instilling good habits like the gym and meal prep and it's a
Yeah. I was gonna say
lot.
my food is expensive. I feel like I count that as maintenance too because food
Yes.
is such like a big thing where people will be like, oh, penny pinching for food. I don't penny pinch for food. I spend a lot of money on my food because I want to make sure it's really quality food because that's going into my body.
Yes. Yes. 1,000%.
So,
That
yeah,
was a
definitely spend more on that kind of stuff than.
hmm Yeah, the food part definitely gets me.
And I was gonna say, you had mentioned working out. Yeah, we haven't even talked about that yet, because don't you girlies have multiple gym memberships and other stuff? And
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So, and I was thinking about because the last class I went to with you, Val, was when, or maybe the one before that, I don't even know. But I started looking at my calendar a couple weeks ago and I was like, I'm doing a lot right now. Like I'm doing pole, I've added Legree, I'm doing recently yoga or Pilates. And then my gym, because I go to two gyms, my main gym added in classes. So I'm paying extra to go to their classes. I was like, the classes are, this is adding up. That's at least 200 a month on
Yeah,
classes.
crazy. Yeah, it's a
Ay,
lot.
ay, ay, ay.
I currently have three gym memberships.
Ooh,
I need to get rid of one of those, at least one of them. And the only other class I do is my dance class. Um, and then randomly, like if I do like Pilates with you guys, or Paisley wants to do Pilates or a class like that, then we'll do that randomly too. But yeah, I think those kinds of things are good to spend. Those are investments in our health and our happiness.
They
So
are. They really, really are. And I'm just glad that like, oh, it fits in the budget. Because if Huz and I were really trying to get better about budgeting, and he's always like, well, the first thing that needs to go is travel. And I'm like, no, no, no. Travel will stay. I will work out from home if needed.
yeah. Yeah.
But as we wrap up, ladies, I did a little question box on my story because I was so curious to see like more of what else people were spending and where their girl maintenance is. So I'll just read a couple because I got a few. But one gal said hair every 8 weeks, 250. Nails every 3 weeks is 90. Lashes monthly, 120. Gym, 150 a month, which some gyms go up to. Britt, what's that one gym here that goes up to like 400, if not more, a month? Like these gyms are getting wild.
Yeah. It's
Ay,
crazy.
ay, ay. She said,
excuse me.
she said
Doesn't the Hive start at 400 a month?
They dropped theirs to 200.
they
Oh, okay.
did.
It
Mhm.
did start at 4, and now they, I guess, dropped it to 2. But yeah, that I'm like starting at 4. I'm like starting at 4
Wow.
is crazy.
Yeah. She said, I don't even want to add it up, honestly. So, this gal's more low maintenance, I'd say. She said, gym membership is 40, groceries 400 a month. Honestly, I don't even know how much I spend on groceries a month because I
Yeah, I
don't know.
don't track that anymore.
I know I probably should just for budgeting, but yeah, there's like a window. I do my own nails at home, so that's good. That's pretty much it. Care more about feeling strong than all the extra stuff.
Mhm.
Love. I
Love that.
agree. Yeah. I guess I like both though.
Yeah. And I think it's totally okay to like both and want both. There's a good balance. I feel like we all do have a really good balance of both of those things.
Yeah. That's the balance of it, right? This girl says Pilates membership, $200 a month.
What is
Facials, 150, nails, skincare, maybe 300 a month. It adds up, but it's my self-care. That's
it
so
is.
true. I used to do lashes, nails, hair, all of it, probably 500 plus. Now I just do gym and basic skincare because it got exhausting and expensive.
I feel that. I just remembered that I have a membership for a med spa. I got it years ago, so I have the same pricing that they had from back then. And because they changed their pricing, it's more expensive now. I
Course.
haven't canceled because I'm like, well, I want to stay in it at this lower price per month.
Uh,
And I now have like, and previously every month it would just you would accrue points, so you could just get whatever you want done like with those points they roll over. And
mm,
now the points are dollars. So however many dollars. So now I have thousands of, I don't know, not thousands of dollars. I have a good freaking amount of dollars that I could spend on whatever, like facials,
mm.
laser, all that kind of stuff. And I just
What?
still haven't gone, but like, and I
That's
can
a
share them. So I took my sister-in-law to like get a facial for her birthday because I was like, listen, I have all these freaking dollars that I'm doing
yeah.
nothing with.
That's
So
so
I
nice that
got
they
that.
roll over and add up.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah, European Wax Center, they just got me. I was doing my waxes like just as I pay as I go, and I kept saying no for the past year. No packages, no packages. Like girl at the front got me in a package last week, and I was like, fine, I guess it'll save a little bit more. But you're the first one to ever get me. But that's nice that yours roll over. So they've been
Yeah.
adding up. Boom. Okay, I'll read a couple more. Honestly, probably 1K a month, hair, nails, waxing, skincare, gym supplements that we were talking about. I can afford it, but yeah, it's a lot when I say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
This one I feel like she's more budget. Yeah, definitely. Nail press-ons, $15. Gym is 30. Drugstore skincare. That used to be me, $50 a month. I still feel put together without spending a ton. That's what I'll wrap it up on. It's to each his own, but either
Mm-hmm.
way, we're all very intentional about it, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mhm,
Yeah, I love
mhm.
that.
Yes, yes. Well, ladies, if you want to share with us, because I know that was all on my IG, but if you guys are like, no, I absolutely am, what do you call off the grid or something? If you're so off the grid and you just have like a totally different lifestyle, tell me about it.
We want it.
Because
Yeah, we
I
want to know.
threaten my husband all the time. Give me like, I feel like in 20 years, I will be, I mean, I don't want to say like all natural, but I'll be like, I feel like I won't be so, but then at the same time, I feel like I'll be Kris Jenner and that bitch is high maintenance as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be 70 and
3 facelifts later. Yeah.
TBD. Well, thanks, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you. So
you.
fun.
Yes, yes. Ladies, if you're listening to this on YouTube, hit subscribe, or if you're following us on IG or even Spotify, just please share. That's how other people find out about us. We appreciate you so much. Thanks for listening.
Until
Till
next
next time.
time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.